What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Then We Eat. On today's episode, we're going to be making some breakfast burritos. This is going to be a bit of a callback episode today to something we made in November. Remember those stuffed peppers? Well, today we're going to be using that stuffed pepper meat to be making something that I talked about in that episode. So let's go back and see what that was. One of the things I really like doing, it makes a very good breakfast. Heat up the filling, toss in some eggs, kind of scramble it all together, either put it in a bowl and eat it up, or even better, make it into a breakfast burrito. They're excellent for that. So yes, this filling here is excellent for breakfast burritos. So I'm gonna go ahead, fry this up, add some eggs to it, put it in a tortilla with some cheese. That's gonna be my dinner. It's a perfect dinner for today as well. I've been at the rink all day refereeing a girls' hockey tournament, so this is an excellent opportunity for me to have something to eat while not having to spend too much time cooking it. I don't have a lot of time. I'm pretty tired, it was a long day. So let's get cooking and let's have an easy and delicious meal. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna turn on our induction cooktop. I'm still learning how to use this, so I'm gonna try to guess at temperature here. I think I'm gonna start it on 700, which is 3 from the bottom, and we'll see how things go from there. I'll let that come up to temperature, add a slight bit of butter to the pan, then we'll keep cooking. All right, so the pan's good and hot. Let's go ahead, add our filling, start cooking. So the nice thing about this mixture is you're not really looking to cook it. All you need to do is just heat it up. It's already been cooked. So I'd say it's plenty hot enough now that we can go ahead and add our eggs and carry on to just about the final step. So just as we finish heating up our meat mixture, I'm gonna go ahead and get the eggs ready. I've already cracked 4 eggs here, so all I'm going to do, I'm going to add a bit of milk. It's about somewhere between a teaspoon and a tablespoon per egg, so you don't need a ton of milk, just a little bit. And then crack those yolks so you can whisk them up. And we'll get those ready for our meat mixture. And just as a final little step, I am going to add a little bit of pepper to this, just to give it some extra flavor. Okay, I'd say we're good. I'm gonna go ahead, add that egg. We'll cook that egg up. Then we'll be just about ready to start eating. And with this egg mixture in here, you're gonna wanna make sure that you don't let it stick to the bottom, burn to the bottom too much. You're gonna wanna let it cook too, so you don't have to constantly stir it. And if you wanted to do this with an omelet, it would work just great with that as well. But instead of stirring it constantly, you're going to kind of let it cook, flip it, cook the other side, and then cut it into pieces to put it on some toast. All right, I like my egg not really dry, so I'd say we're probably pretty good here. I'm going to go ahead, turn the pan off, and get my tortilla ready for my first burrito. All right, so we got our tortillas here. I went ahead and pre-prepped those, so I stuck them in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Just makes them nice and pliable. It's going to be a lot easier to roll them up. And there's nothing wrong with a nice warm tortilla. So let's go ahead and start making our first burrito. So the first thing I'm going to do, I like to put cheese on the bottom. The reason for that is I've convinced myself that if I put the cheese on the bottom, the heat from the tortilla going up and the egg going down on the cheese is going to be the best way to melt the cheese. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the middle, kind of spread it out a little bit. You don't need to spread it too much because you are going to roll this up. Then you can add some egg. Again, you want to add enough egg that it's full, but you do have to remember you got to roll it. So I'm going to go with about that much. And you can also add some refried beans. I do not like refried beans, so I will not be adding them to mine. But I've gone ahead and prepped some of these for some of the other burritos for people that do like them. And if you want to see us make refried beans, let us know in the comments below, but you'll probably see that video at some point in the future. So now it's time for the really fun part, rolling up your burrito. So I like to take my burrito and I fold both sides in and then flip the end over, and then we're going to kind of tuck the ends back in again and use the side, the top flap, to pull the burrito back. That's going to put all your filling tight in the middle. Then when you roll it out, you've got a nice burrito that's basically sealed on both ends. So that's my burrito rolled. I'll go ahead and get it prepped and ready to taste. Alright, so I've gone ahead, I've let the burrito sit for a minute, and as I'm sure you saw at the beginning, I also cut it in half so I could get some photos. So let's take a look at that burrito now. As you can see, you've got a nice melted cheese line that runs all the way around the outside of this. So that's excellent. You've got that beautiful cheese filling. So go ahead, we'll give this a shot. And if you wanted to add salsa or anything else to this, you'd be more than welcome to as well. I'm sure it would be delicious. This one here is just filling and cheese. So we'll give it a shot, see how it tastes. Oh yeah, that's very, very good. Excellent cheese flavor. The egg is great, and that filling is so good. This time I used some fire roasted tomatoes in there, and it just gives it that extra bit of flavor. It is so, so good. So if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button and share this video with anybody you know, and let us know down below. What would you like to see us cook next? Oh, and don't forget, first we cook, then we eat. So good.